I'm Jeannie. I had shared a recipe for gluten probably a year ago with some friends on Facebook, and they said they wanted a video. So I thought we'd make one. Jesse and I finally got a chance to make it, and hopefully you'll be able to use it for Thanksgiving. If not, maybe Christmas. We just want to share this recipe with you. Enjoy. We're going to start with the broth first, because while we get the broth cooking, then we can make the gluten and throw it in once it's boiling. So we start with 1 medium onion, and we're doubling this recipe, so I have 2. So we'll start with that. Get that going. We have garlic, and I've cut that up already. And so we've doubled that. I've got 6 in here. Adds really good flavor. So 6 garlic, minced up. And once that gets going, then we will add some water. And we'll come back to this. Now that the onions and the garlic are getting a little translucent, we will add the Braggs Liquid Aminos. And I'm adding 1.5 cups. And that is gives it really good flavor because we're making kind of a beefy style gluten. And then I'm going to add 8 cups of water. I'm actually going to add 16, but we'll get this going, and I'll add 8 more cups in just a few minutes. We start with 1/2 cup of dough pep, 2/3 cup of water, 1 to 2 teaspoons of whole wheat flour, and 1 to 2 teaspoons of beefy or chicken seasoning. We're going to do the beefy today. So I have McKay's beef seasoning. So we'll go ahead and we'll do the 1/2 cup of the dough pep flour, gluten flour, 1 teaspoon of McKay's beef seasoning, and 1 teaspoon of the whole wheat flour. And that helps keep it soft. Just kind of gives it some really good texture. So we'll mix that up. And then we add about 2/3 cup of water. We'll stir it. And at this point, if it's too wet, we'll add a little bit more gluten flour. Once you've done it, you make it over and over. You kind of get a feeling for it of how you want it. If it's too wet, it's going to fall apart really easy. So you want to make sure that you get enough gluten flour in there to really hold it together. And it's getting to a nice, yep, see, it needs a little bit more flour. Okay, see, it really is getting that stretchy, the gluten-y feel to it. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that over here on our plate, and we'll make some more. And we'll just keep doing that until we get, and I'm going to double it now so you can see what it looks like. I always do it double. I like big chunks. So we'll do 2 of these. 2 teaspoons of the McKay's beef, 2 teaspoons of the whole wheat flour, organic. I always use organic. So you don't have to worry about those GMOs, and you know it hasn't been sprayed. I'm going to go with my water. And I probably make maybe 4 of these before I start making patties or chunks. And I like to make both because I use them for different recipes. The patties I bread and bake, or you can fry them. And make sandwiches out of them. You can make patties and put gravy over them. You can make a chunk and slice them, or you can make the patties, and I'll show you when we get close to that. So you see the broth is starting to boil, and that's a perfect time to start putting the gluten in. So we'll grab a little chunk, and we're going to make patties first. So we cut off a chunk, and we start to work it. So see, we've let it set for a few minutes, and it has really come together. The gluten really has pulled together, and it's holding really well. So it will expand. So as you're cooking the gluten, and I cook it anywhere from 1 to even overnight, sometimes 6 to 12 hours, depending on how long you want to cook it. When you're done cooking, then you drain it, and you can use them right away. You can freeze them. Gluten is so versatile. And I also like to take and just, because I use it for different things, I like to just do little chunks like this. And so that works really well for soups. It'll stay smaller than the patties, and nice to have little chunks of veggie meat to use in recipes. They will pop up to the top, and that's why you kind of have to check it every once in a while and push them down. Once I get this full and put the lid on to cook them, they'll all kind of push up to the top, and you kind of have to just come and push them back down and cook them some more. So we'll just keep going with this. You can make it whatever flavor you want. That's the nice thing about gluten, is you're making the flavor that you like, whether it's curry or chipotle or chicken, beefy, you know, you can do like a barbecue sauce stuff. You can do all kinds of stuff with gluten. It's kind of like tofu. You just add whatever flavor you want, and it takes on that flavor. Very versatile. This is the finished product. We have little ones to stick in like a stew. We have big ones. We can bread them in patties, or we can just stick them in a sandwich just like they are. They're so delicious. You'll love them. Bon appetit.